What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Basement Monsters podcast. Halftime of Bucks and Chargers. Chargers 24, Bucks 7. It's looking no good.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all. Looked great first drive. First drive couldn't ask for anything better. Ronald Jones is starting to come alive. All
they're running the ball.
Yeah, the run game is going. You get the injury to Evans.
Yeah.
And with Godwin already out, who becomes that third guy? This is where they're missing the guy from last year. We talked about earlier with Perriman.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden Brady's all those weapons that we talked about Brady having at the beginning of the season, they're just gone like in the blink of an eye.
And Fournette's going
Fournette's not there. You just got Ronald Jones running the ball, and it. Brady threw a pick six. Brady's 14 of 23 for 100 yards, one touchdown, one interception. 14 of 24. So it's pedestrian. That's very that's very mortal for
well, but it's also
and he is older, and we talked about it being the battle of the ages.
Right.
And you go ahead.
And Justin's working out, it's that's any quarterback on any team. You take away their top 3-4 weapons, no offense is going to be great. There's that. It's excuses, but you can't take away anything from Justin Herbert. The kid looks good. I think they're putting him in the right positions. I will say though, this game, and this is both sides of the ball. There's been a lot of misholding calls. And I understand you can't call every single one,
and it's been getting chippy.
But it's been getting. And I think there's a reason for it. It's because I think these guys are clearly seeing that there are fouls and they're not being called. So
it is what it is.
It's been a little better this year so far as compared to last year. Last year was pretty brutal some games.
Well, Ronald Jones right now for the Bucks has nine carries for 67 yards for 7.4 average, and that's good. He's doing more than enough. It's just when the defense knows that your weapons are gone and they start keying in on certain players and in certain situations, they know what's coming. So and you talked about Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, 11 for 14. 148 and 2 touchdowns, and he's looking great. Yeah. Like ever since he took over for Tyrod Taylor, who was tragically injured by his own medical staff.
Yeah,
just punctured lung by I don't know what the hell was going on there, but I feel sorry for Tyrod, but the Chargers, they got to be happy what they see with Justin Herbert. This guy looks like their franchise.
Oh yeah, this is big for them. You lose a Phillip Rivers. This year was I think they were kind of thinking it was going to be kind of a questionable year just because they had Tyrod, so I didn't think they were expecting, lightning in a bottle out of him. But unfortunately he does get, the medical mishap, and now here's Herbert's time to shine. And so far, there's not much to not like about this guy.
There really isn't. And then, it looks like Tom Brady's struggling to it looks like they're off. It just looks like they're not firing on all cylinders. Like he's not on the same page with a lot of guys, and it just looks like he's frustrated.
Yeah, it's complete opposite of what happened last week. To that point, you got Gronkowski and OJ Howard and Cameron Brate's your guy.
Right.
I would just like to see a game where it's just tight end dominant. Like if that's what you got to do, if that's what's going to get them going, then let's just go ahead and do it.
Well, you said in the beginning of the game before the game, attack the short game, attack the short routes. Make sure you hit. And what was the pick six? It was a deep corner. It was like a 15. He was like it was like a 15 right to Evans, but it was
telegraph.
Yeah, he was looking at him the whole way. I knew where he was going.
Yeah, everybody did.
But they're not doing that. They're running the football, but Brady just seems like he's not settled, and the offensive line isn't doing him much help either. He's been hit a few times.
Yeah, he's been hit a few times. To speak on that, let's go to the other side. This is the Tampa defense everyone's talking about, and so far, where's it at? There's guys that are getting wide open. There's no pressure. It's like I said, a completely opposite game of what happened last week. They're going to have to turn it around in the second half. Something's going to have to give. I know Evans came back. I don't know that he's 100%, but props to him for sticking it out, but we'll see.
I mean, it's all hands on deck right now. I mean, for this game, you want to make sure Evans is okay, which that it looked nasty when I looked at you and I was like, I think he's done. I was like, I think he's done. Thank God he got up and he was able to get off the field on his own, but it was scary for a minute.
Yeah, there's been quite a few injuries. Let's talk about the injury to Eckler. That's going to affect San Diego moving forward.
That was bad too.
Yeah, I mean there's like I said, today is just at least this game. It's just there's a lot of injuries today. So I don't know if that's field or I
think it's just getting back into football shape, playing football.
Well,
they had a shortened training camp with shortened. It's everything's been has been in the microwave.
It's a culmination. Of everything.
Right, exactly. And
Brady just threw a touchdown. Yep. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Mike Evans, who looks like he's hobbled again.
Man, Mike Evans.
So now at least they scored another touchdown before the half. That's a positive.
Right. It's 24. It's not 24-13 pending the extra point. But Mike Evans is a warrior mode right here. He's hobbled. Look at him. He can't even run.
How do you let him sneak through there?
Yeah, he's limping through his route, and he's still able to go.
He's still able to get wide open.
Right. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, that's a good thing. Brady throws another touchdown, so that's a good. That's good going into the half. But let's bounce around to another game that we were watching. Dallas Cowboys versus the Cleveland Browns. And Cleveland is on that ass.
The Cleveland Steamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Cleveland's up 31-14. And and there was a stat that they showed. It was like Cleveland didn't score or hasn't had
a 28-point lead since 1991.
In the first half. At the half. 1991.
Wow.
I was 2. and that organization is now in Baltimore. Right. It's not even the same Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
but the Browns are up big. The Browns are up big on the Cowboys. The Cowboys don't look good, man. They might put up the numbers, but they don't look good on defense. They're giving up 31 points, and that's without a Nick Chubb who went down early. Right. He went down early in the game.
It's rolled up. Those roll up injuries are. It seems like they're becoming way more prevalent this year.
Baker Mayfield's 14-23 for 132 and 2 touchdowns. And, I mean, Ernest Johnson has 5 rushes, 52 yards. Chubb had, before he was taken out for injury, 6 carries for 43 yards. And Kareem Hunt, 5 carries, 36 yards. So it's this running back by committee. It's a 3-headed monster.
Yeah, it works for them.
And it's working, and it really is. And it keeps Baker Mayfield from making a mistake. Look, he's throwing 2 touchdown passes, but that running game has controlled the situation, has allowed him to breathe and not try to be a hero.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be dangerous.
Because he doesn't have to be dangerous. You have to wake up. I know when you feel it certain days and you wake up like, feeling dangerous, but you don't wake up every day feeling dangerous. No. Sometimes you got to rely on your teammates. And that's what
exactly right.
And that's what's going on right now is the running game is carrying the Cleveland Browns.
Well, the running game and the lack of Dallas defense. I mean, those are the 2 things carrying the Cleveland Browns right now. And even Dallas's offense. Like, what was it, the last 2 weeks we've seen Dallas put up these phenomenal numbers on offense, and for whatever reason
granted, one is against the Falcons, and the Bears came back against the Falcons. So we have to throw in an asterisk because they played the Falcons just like we did.
Right.
And we didn't think last week that the Bears were going to do the same thing that the Cowboys did to them.
No.
But it happened. So you kind of have to take into account how bad the Falcons really are.
But I mean, still, you're coming off of 2 games, with gaudy numbers,
right,
Dak Prescott, and it's like, and then you get to Cleveland, and what happens? Like you just go flat. I mean, even across the board, Zeke isn't really busting off like he should. CeeDee Lamb, you got to give props to him. He's amazing. Like that. I thought that was like probably one of the best pickups in the draft for sure. Other than the Jerry Jeudy going to Denver, but he's working out.
Yeah.
Cooper's, I think Cooper got one.
Jerry Jeudy got him on a poster because he mossed somebody yesterday for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, he's going to do big things, man. Especially when they get that quarterback situation figured out in Denver. But this CeeDee Lamb, man.
I want to talk about CeeDee Lamb so much more, but I just feel like look what they're doing. Look what they're doing right now. 24 points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
24 in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean sometimes 24 points will win you a game. You know, like I said, it's the defense. It's like, what are you doing? Like, where did you go?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
But you know, vice versa. Let's also go back to that Atlanta game you're talking about with the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
How many points did Atlanta put up on the Cowboys? They had to come back from 20 points.
That's also true.
So this is probably the biggest suspect area of the Cowboys is their defense. You know, much like Tampa's all of a sudden. They just disappeared.
Yeah. Some other scores before we get out of here. The Panthers are up 21-7 over the Arizona Cardinals. Seahawks up 17-9 on the Dolphins, Bengals, and Jaguars. Bengals are up 17-13. Saints over the Lions 28-14 right now. And the Vikings are beating the Texans 17-13. That'd be it for us for right now. Stay tuned on Sports Zone Chicago. I'll be up again in another 10 minutes for the Barely pregame show with Michael Halatek. We'll be back at about 2:40 for our Bears breakdown along with Brandon Suarez. So another full jam-packed Sunday for us here at the Basement Monsters podcast. But we will get to you guys as soon as we can. Well, as soon as we can. It's about 2:40. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. I need another beer. This has been the Basement Monsters podcast. For Luke Nettles, I'm Ivan Vargas. We'll see you all in a little bit.
I just heard my favorite band is in town. I'd love to get good seats, but everywhere I've looked, the ticket sites have crazy service fees.
Haven't you heard of TixSplits?
Who?
TixSplits. They don't gouge you with crazy fees. The price they advertise is the price you pay, plus a small delivery fee.
Never pay service fees again. Go to TixSplits.com today. TixSplits.com. Guaranteed seats, low prices. That's TixSplits.com. Every ticket, every venue, everywhere.
Thank you.